And I believe that our new guest is from the great state of North Carolina.
Correct.
All right. So North Carolina, one of my favorite states. So, and I actually ended up in North Carolina. I love Charlotte. So what part?
Swansboro.
Swansboro.
Near Emerald Isle.
Okay, near Emerald Isle. And that is, I've been Raleigh, Charlotte, Greensboro, Pinehurst. So where?
It's about 2 hours from Raleigh.
From Raleigh, okay. And let everybody know your first name. Sorry, we didn't do it.
Ashlyn.
Ashlyn, okay. Now, do you spell it different? Like Savannah was telling us her intricate way of spelling her name. How is Ashlyn spelled?
Ashlyn.
Okay.
That's what I was guessing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can find a keychain somewhere.
Nope.
You can't?
Nope.
Because there's not two N's, right? Is that why?
I think, yeah.
Okay.
I've only found it once.
We've only found it once. Where was that?
Busch Gardens.
I was going to say,
think.
Florida.
Either Busch Gardens or Kings Island.
Okay. All right, fair enough. So what brought you to Hooters on Idrive?
So I worked at the one in Jacksonville, North Carolina for 2 years.
Okay.
And then I moved to Florida about 3 weeks ago. And
So you're new to the area.
yeah.
You're welcome.
And I just loved everything about working at Hooters, like the opportunities, the fun, the makeup.
The makeup.
What brought you down here to Florida?
So I've always wanted to move to Florida, but my family wanted to stay in North Carolina. And in New Year's Eve, I came down with a friend, and I loved it. And I was like, I really want to move here. And then I happened to meet a boy, and he lived here. And so it was just kind of like a push, because I didn't have a foundation here if I moved like last year. But since I met a boyfriend, I had kind of a backbone. So I just jumped the gun and went for it.
There's something about North Carolina family, because I met that before, like they want to stay in North Carolina. They kind of want to just like keep everybody there and have that family atmosphere and whatnot. Because I dated somebody back actually when I was working at Disney, I dated someone who she wanted to live here, wanted to live in North Carolina, family wanted her there and back and forth. So I get the whole, I liked it there too, and I like the accent.
I didn't like it.
You didn't like it?
I didn't like living there. I lived there for so long, and there was nothing to do.
Well, see, I don't know your part though. Like that's the thing is, I love Charlotte, but then when I went to Princeton, there's like 700 people in a billy goat. That's all that's there. Like every I don't know if I could say this on the air as a card-carrying Italian. Every dead body from the mob is in Princeton, North Carolina. Like there's nobody gonna look for it there. I promise you that. It is flat land. But yeah, I was like, and that's the thing. She lived in Princeton, and I was like, well, if I ended up with that girl, I would have, lived in the middle of nowhere. So
Yeah.
okay, I get it.
See, I kind of lived in the middle of nowhere, but I was on the coast too. I was like 15 minutes from the beach.
Okay,
That was the only thing to do.
That makes up for it. That
Yes.
definitely makes up for it.
but you wanted to move to Florida because why?
Oh, I hate the cold.
You hate the cold.
I hate snow. I hate the cold.
She's saying this from North Carolina.
Yeah,
I live in
right?
Syracuse.
I was about to say, like,
I live
we're
in
from
Santa's
New York.
armpit.
That's what I was saying. I was like, North Carolina. I'm like, all right.
It gets a little chilly.
Yeah, a little
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
We get like 190 inches of snow a year.
Oh, no, thank you. I will pass on that.
So you've been down here for a few weeks. You're here at Idrive. What do you like about this specific Hooters?
Oh, the size.
Okay.
It's a great size, great location.
Great
Good
layout,
people.
too.
Yeah.
I mean, just
Yeah.
like I said, this is the first time I've been into this one specifically in the layout.
Yeah, it's a
really
very great layout.
It's totally different from the other ones that I've been at. The
Yeah.
way that they made this, and I just like the brightness of it. It's just
Yeah.
different. And like nothing's the focal point, everything's the focal point.
And I love that they have 2 bars. They have a patio bar and an inside bar.
No,
And-
and it's very iDrive too. Like I think that's one of the things that's super important.
Yeah.
When you're putting anything, whether it's retail space, entertainment, food and beverage, if you're putting something in iDrive Orlando, it has to scream
Yeah.
iDrive Orlando. And like, you could come in blindfold and be like, oh yeah, I'm in the middle of iDrive.
That's iDrive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. So we have gone into and out of the sports world. Are you a sports fan?
It depends.
You're from North Carolina. So do you have a North Carolina college team?
Well, I go to ECU.
I love it. See, that's another school. So the American Athletic Conference, I have East Carolina of the last 9 years. So I know the Pirates very well. And I know all of their coaches. And Ruffin McNeil was my guy, and then Scotty Montgomery, and now they have Mike Houston, who will be featured on the show next week. But I'm a big fan of ECU, which I don't think it's enough love. So that's cool to hear that.
They've had some success lately too.
Yeah.
The programs look really well.
They'll start hopefully hiking up here. So what do you like about East Carolina now that I get to shamelessly plug ECU?
So I loved the parties there, but the parties kind of screwed me over freshman year.
Okay.
It's just like one giant community, really.
Okay, fair enough. Have you been to the Pirates games?
Yes.
You have. So they firing off everything and getting to see that. Yeah.
And then the no quarter flag.
Yeah, you like it? You enjoy it? Yeah, East Carolina is just, it doesn't get enough, because it's always like Duke, North Carolina. If you had to pick between Duke and Chapel Hill, who would you pick?
Oh, I'm Duke all the way. They have a prettier blue.
Oh my God. Said no woman I've ever met ever. Navy versus baby blue?
I hate baby blue. Baby blue. Ugh, no.
Wow.
Carolina blue is my all-time favorite.
Wow.
Duke blue all the way.
All-time favorite.
And I cover them both.
Yeah.
And Grayson Allen was, when I interviewed him, he was such a nice guy. I asked him why he was, what he thought about being the most hated person in America. But okay, so we're not going to go farther with the Duke conversation. I can't do that to myself. So, have you ever liked anything Wake Forest or NC State? No. Okay. All right. Fair enough. No.
Nothing there.
Not important.
Music. What are you listening to?
I like all kinds of music.
Okay. If you had to pick, like if you had 3 concerts you could go to here in Orlando, group or individual singer, what 3 concerts would you go to right now?
Okay, Justin Bieber for sure. Love that man.
Okay.
Juice WRLD if he was still alive.
Okay.
My kids are all about some
And Luke Combs.
And Luke Combs. Okay. An eclectic group.
I was about to say, good diversity.
I
there.
told you I listen to
Nice.
everything.
Nice.
So Justin Bieber, I met when he was 14. He came to the radio station.
No way.
So I was working at ESPN in Syracuse. It was 1260 at the time, and 93Q. And they said, there's this kid coming in. He's 14 years old. He's going to play for us. I'm thinking at 4 o'clock, I was like, I could stop working. So they're like, if you want to come in, you can hang out. So I'm sitting, and so Bieber's right here. He's 14. The guitar's as big as he is. He's a little tiny kid, little mushroom haircut, and his
the hair.
mom or whatever's there, manager. And so the camera's right here. And so there's a person here, I'm sitting here, and they're filming this. I don't know what they're filming it for. He plays a couple songs for us, and then he goes, if you guys want an autograph. And I'm like, I'm not going to turn down an autograph. I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So I walk up to the kid, and he writes, to Dan, Justin Bieber, whatever. I walk out of that room. I move down here. A month later, he blows up. His tickets are on sale in Orlando every day. Everything's selling out. I still have the autograph, mint condition in a folder.
Oh, you can sell that for so much.
And
Unless I steal it from you first.
that's very true. I'm not telling you where it is. And the other part of that was, so after all of that, he blew up. I had the autograph, whatever. Then Never Say Never came out, the movie. The footage of him at 93Q singing to us is in there, but you only see him because we were all off camera.
Yeah.
So there's a piece of the movie that the camera's right here, and I was like, I should have just if I had known, I didn't know what they were filming it for. I thought it was for him.
Yeah.
So I've met the Biebs before he was the Biebs. So.
Lucky
You
man.
got in early. That's good.
I got him real early. Yeah, he was sitting there. He's like, I think I'm going to sign with Justin Timberlake or Usher. And I'm like, there must be another Justin Timberlake or Usher because this is big news.
Yeah.
It was before he signed,
That's crazy.
which he signed
And
with
it
Usher.
happened quick too. It did happen like.
I literally came down here and there's cardboard cutouts of him at like FYE and like the entertainment store. And I'm like, I just met this kid.
All the girls loved him.
And yeah,
Hated by all the girls. No, hated by all the men or the boys.
I don't hate him. I respect him. And I like that he just did a song with Chance the Rapper. So I'm good with that. Because Chance is
Talking
very
about
good.
He's
eclectic
changed
vibe, like,
so much.
His style, his style is very versatile.
Yeah.
The kid is talented. Like
Talks about his faith now, which I like. Got tattoos all over the place. He's like, he's himself. I think he's becoming more of himself.
He's definitely grown and changed.
You came here for sports, and we're talking about Justin Bieber.
Surprise!
So, now that you're here, would you ever go back to Carolina?
Just to visit. I mean, I have my family there, but I would probably not live there.
Okay, all right. Are you at Disney, Universal? Do you do that stuff or no?
I I've been to Disney a couple of times, but I just think it's overrated, honestly.
Okay.
Now, is that since you've been here, or growing up, did you used to come as well?
I think I've only been like once or twice,
Okay.
maybe when I was younger. But back in February, me and my boyfriend went to Animal Kingdom and Magic Kingdom, and it was fun.
Yeah, see, because that's the same with me. Like, I'm not from here originally either, and growing up, I only came down like once or twice growing up. So whenever I moved down here and I start going often, like you, I'm just like, I don't see the hype. Like,
Yeah.
give me Six Flags. Like, I want to go to Great
Yes.
Adventures, man. Like, this is nothing.
I'll go to Universal. I just don't want to buy the ticket.
I ain't buying tickets for none of them.
That's how it is. Like, cause I got spoiled. The last 2 times I went to Universal, somebody had a ticket,
Uh-huh.
and they're like, "I'm gonna bring you." You know, this one girl was dating this guy, and we were literally just friends. But like, she was dating this guy, and he did her dirty, and so she's like, "Well, I'm not gonna go to Universal." I'm like, "Why are you not gonna go to Universal?" So we went, and we had a good time. And then the other time, I got it through something. Like, I had gone to some promotional thing, and they gave us tickets. So why not? But Disney, I will be going to after I leave here today. So I'm different from you
Really?
both. Yeah. I'm going to Animal Kingdom because I like Everest. I like the backwards and going through the mountain and
Yeah.
See,
stuff. So.
and Animal Kingdom is my favorite part.
Yeah.
Animal Kingdom is my
Avatar,
favorite part. And then Food and Wine is just my favorite.
Oh, Evan and I
event
hit that up on
overall.
Sunday.
You know, yeah, we haven't been yet. Like, I can't wait, especially since we missed it last year.
The food
can't
that I
wait.
ate like next to each other, I'm just proud of my stomach. I was having like Italian donuts, seafood salad from Spain,
Oh,
wine.
I'm hungry.
What's your favorite thing to get here?
I don't know. I love the buffalo chicken dip.
Okay.
So good.
Okay.
And then usually I'll get like a boneless kids meal.
One of the other girls here says that
Just
Macy said
boneless-
she orders off the
Yeah.
kids' meal.
Boneless
Yeah.
kids meal or boneless burger sliders.
Boneless burgers. Okay, all right, fair enough. Final thing, on my show we do a thing called Rapid Fire, which flips the script, and instead of you getting interviewed, you get to interview us. So we're live on Facebook and YouTube and on MixLR where you're listening to the audio and on wakeupcalldt.com. You can ask Rick a question and me a question, and we have to answer it live.
Okay.
Rick will go first. You can ask him whatever you want.
Why I gotta keep going first?
Because I need to see what she's going to ask, and then I come in.
Mentally prepared.
I'm sorry, this is Wake Up Call with who? So,
I'll give you that.
All right.
It's
All
your
right,
turn.
I got one.
all right.
What's one thing nobody knows about you?
Wow.
So happy I didn't get
Oh
that.
yeah, we're getting right into it.
Oh, okay, that nobody knows about me.
Yeah.
Man.
He's a Justin Bieber super fan.
What is that movie with it's terrible that I can't even remember the name of the movie. There's a movie with Mandy Moore and she's sick.
A Walk to Remember.
A Walk to Remember.
That makes it's a
I
sad
will
movie.
cry like a baby from start to finish.
Aww.
Non-stop.
Uh-huh.
Like everything about that movie will make me cry. I don't care what mood I'm in, I don't care what's happening.
I always want her to make it in the end, and she never does.
Oh my god, like you I feel like this is gonna be the time where she does
You're gonna watch it this time, and she's gonna
No.
make it. Yeah.
I'll cry. Start to finish,
So
that movie
sad.
will make me cry nonstop.
Aw.
So now everybody knows that. Thanks a lot, Ashlyn.
Dude, I'm right there with you. They said we could read the book or watch the movie. I was like, why would I read the book? And I went and I sat in the back row. I started crying. And I was there with my two buddies, and we were all like getting worked up about it. They're like, dude, this is ridiculous. They left. They're like, we're not going to sit here and cry. I was like, I have to watch this for school, though.
I got no choice.
I was like, I got to watch this for school. You know?
So I'll tell you, the very first time I ever teared in a movie was Armageddon.
Okay.
The scene where they're pulling the straws, and then he's just like, spoiler alert, he forces Affleck away or whatever, and then they're doing the video conference.
Oh, yeah.
Like that's the first time I was just like, oh, what is that? And then never again. And then here comes A Walk to Remember, and I'm
Marvel got me in Infinity War.
oh man.
So I'm a fan. I've been a fan of Spider-Man my whole life. When I was a kid, I wanted to be Spider-Man or Venom, the anti-hero. And so I'm watching Infinity War, and Spider-Man grabs Tony Stark,
Yeah.
and he's like, I feel weird, and he grabs him and he goes, I don't want to go.
Uh-huh.
When he says I don't want to go, literally a single tear fell, and I can't say what I said in the movie theater on the air because I swore.
Yeah.
But I was like, I was like, blank the Russo brothers is what I said. I was pissed.
No,
I was
but
like, and I left the tear just come down my face.
I remember here, like to that point. I remember at that point, like you could hear the sniffles and and like from throughout the theater, and I'm just like, they're really about to kill Spider-Man.
They killed my two. They killed Spider-Man and Black Panther. Those were my two.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, well, that movie came out years ago. All right, now that I'm sick to my stomach, go ahead and ask me your question.
Okay. Different one or same one?
You can ask whatever you want. You're the host for right now.
All right. Let me get my brain going.
Damn, that was a good one.
Rapid fire is dangerous, man. I've been asked some crazy
Do you
questions.
have a favorite memory from 4th grade?
Wow, 4th grade specifically. Let me go back. Do you have a favorite memory? Two came to mind immediately. One of them paints me in a horrible light.
No, we need. That's the one we need.
Yeah, we need to hear it.
So I'll tell the funnier one second. So the first one is I had Mrs. Anderson was my teacher, and so I'm there in 4th grade, and she told us we had to take all of our books out of our thing, out of our locker, and I don't think she meant like at the same time right away. So I'm like, I'm a little kid, whatever. And I took all my books and put them in my duffel bag, and I'm carrying them. And when I swung it, I almost fell down the stairs. And I was like, you told us to take all our books. And she's looking at me, and I was like, this was what you said. I took the literal of what you said.
Following directions.
The other one is we had a substitute teacher, and she was an older lady. I'm going to sound so bad. She was an older lady, and she had like very pronounced veins on her leg. And so I was on crutches at the time, and I was joking around about her, and I said that if you ever get lost, you can read her legs like a road map and get back home.
No, you did not.
I did. And not only did I say that, I got in trouble. She made me get up and put my nose against the back wall on my crutches, so I'm like this, with my leg in the air. I was like, how long do I stand? She's like, do you want to stay back there forever? I'm like, I got to keep my foot. I sprained my ankle. So she's making me, and I'm just like there, like trying to balance. I'm like falling over, and she's just continuing on
You
with class.
couldn't just like rest on the crutches?
No, I mean, like, you got to put your nose, and then I had to keep my foot up.
There's a lot
I don't
going
wanna
on, right?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, I was doing like this balancing act. It wasn't exciting for me at all. And I still stand to it. If I ever need a road home from Orlando to Syracuse, I'm going to use her leg. That's it. So with that being said, Ashlyn, you have been a pleasure. Welcome from North Carolina.
Thank you.
And shout out to East Carolina University. Go Pirates. So I like that.
Yep.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you
Good
for
to
having
meet you.
me.
Thank
Apabsolutely. Appreciate it. Come out and see all the Hooters girls, including Ashlyn, right here on Idrive 8801 International Drive. 8801 International Drive. That was amazing.